Attitude Broadcasting presents the Mr. and Mrs. Show.
Love and marriage.
Starring
the Mr.
Hey, I got you, babe. I got you, babe.
The Mrs.
So happy together. I can't see me loving nobody but you for all my life.
And welcome back to the Mr. and Mrs. Show. I've got the Mr. and the Mrs. here in the studio with me.
Hello.
And we're going to go right in to a segment called Things That Make You Go,
Things that make you go,
Things that make you go, yeah. Things that make you go, the things that make you go,
All right. So this segment, Things That Make You Go, they normally the Mr. and Mrs. what they talk about is things that make the other one go or the look, as we like to say on this show, or anything of that matter. Now you're probably wondering, what is the look? The look is when you give your significant other a face that only you give to them when it's like, really you're doing this. So that's what we mean by the look. And that goes into the segment called Things That Make You Go,
You want to go first?
No, you go ahead.
Okay. So, things that make me go, I think when we're going to a sporting event and the Mr. is going somewhere first before the sporting event, he brings a second outfit to change into for the sporting event, which I find really cute, and it makes me go, because you don't see a lot of guys like deciding to have multiple outfits hanging.
I do that.
Do you?
Yeah, I do that.
Well, this is awkward.
A lot of guys do that. I wore my shoes today that I wear to basketball games.
So, but he's
That's
got
the first time I've ever seen you not wear flip-flops.
Usually, yeah.
But really?
Hey, I always see him wear flip-flops.
But I don't do that. So, like, I'm dressed for the game now. I didn't bring other clothes.
Well, I mean, it's just...
But you weren't working this afternoon.
Well, that's true. But you have basketball gear that you could have worn in here.
No, not basketball shirt. I don't have a polo of the Hornets or anything.
He likes to look professional. We have to look professional
when you're.
come in here.
I was told when I'm here I need to wear blue jeans and a polo, at least when I'm here.
And I try to match them. That's why.
It's not just here. It's fine. So, anyways, that's my thing that makes you go, for the
Okay.
week.
All right. Mister, you got one?
I don't think I got one this week.
Come on.
Everything says, it's good.
Well, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. I mean, what she was just talking about wasn't really a bad thing.
No, I know.
She said it was cute, which, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but guys don't like the word cute. But
Not my problem.
well, thanks.
I guess the only thing is I went and saw a movie yesterday with somebody, and hey, are you going to eat popcorn? Nope, probably not. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, that's my best one. Maybe a little bit. And then the movie, so I get a medium because small would be gone before the movie starts, I thought. So I get a medium because I was going to eat most of the popcorn. I look over, dude's done ate half the bag before the movie started. So the movie starts, I'm like, okay, you going to calm down a little bit? You going to let me have the rest of the popcorn? He keeps eating. I'm like, dude, are you going to let me have any?
This is our son.
Well, I wasn't pointing out who it was, but, it's fine. I was sitting there eating, 10 minutes into the movie, popcorn's gone. 10 minutes into a 2-hour movie.
A medium, so non-refillable popcorn.
Does this include the trailers?
Yes.
Okay, so technically...
There was a bunch of trailers. It was a 20-minute
So
trailer.
like 5-minute movie. Or no, 10 minutes into the trailer?
10 minutes into the movie. So 30 minutes at the movie theater, the popcorn's gone. But 20 minutes into a 2-hour movie, so 10 minutes into a 2-hour movie, the popcorn's gone already.
That's funny.
And it's not
That's good.
refillable. So I'm thinking, so during the movie, I don't fall asleep once, but twice. Because usually I got to have something to snack on to help me stay awake during a movie.
Wait, hold on.
What?
How can you fall asleep during a movie?
Well, I've seen it before.
Well,
I
still,
saw
you
the
got all
movie.
the sounds coming.
No.
It's like,
Oh, yeah, it's very
No.
difficult.
No, when I'm sitting down somewhere, I can fall asleep pretty much anywhere.
really?
Yes.
So if I'm just screaming at your head, but you're
If I
sitting
black
down,
Oh,
you
yeah.
out,
you're-
yes.
like you could fall asleep at a Raw.
If
If
he's
you
co-
went to a Raw, you'd
Yes,
fall asleep.
I have before. Almost.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever watched Natalia wrestle? No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, that's not nice.
Or her talk on the mic.
It's okay. Sorry, no one.
I
not
like,
everyone.
I like Natty.
Not everyone can be Raymond Reigns over here. Okay. So
I like Natty.
But that's my thing to get me to go.
Enzo Amore. That's somebody who's good on the mic.
that is someone good on the mic. Really, I never knew that about you. I really
What?
never knew you could just fall asleep. If
Oh
you're
my
sitting down, you
gosh.
just fall asleep anywhere.
Yes, that's
That's
true.
a talent. That is a talent.
I have
sir.
fell asleep listening to you sometimes talk.
Yeah, I know.
No. I'm just saying.
I know. When he doesn't like answer
only
me on
one-
the
I
just
phone,
got
I'll
a
be
new
like,
thing to
okay,
go,
fine.
the
about.
only thing I haven't figured out how to do is to fall asleep when she's talking. I haven't done that yet.
You don't want to do that.
That's really not a true statement either.
Now, see, I don't think I could do that. I can't sleep on command. That'd be awesome. I want to learn.
Usually
how
I can't, but if I'm tired enough, I can. Like we're
Yeah.
watching a movie and it's just
you're in a relaxing position, and
it's
you're
a
like,
recliner.
yeah.
I mean, dude, put me in a recliner, watching a movie. Shoot,
But,
I agree with you on that, actually.
and why not? If you can get away with it.
All right, well, let's go into our next one here. That was
and then
things
at
that
the
make
end
you
of the movie, the
What?
person was like, "This time it wasn't me falling asleep in the movie." I'm like, really? You eat all my damn popcorn and you don't say that to me?
Wow. A little bit of a grudge against it, too.
Balls on that kid. What?
Anyways,
Wow.
things that make you go. That's the phrase
In
of,
my
of
house-
the year.
in-
I'm
Yes.
sorry, that's the phrase of the year.
At my house, you get whooped for that. Stealing all your candy when somebody's asleep.
Steal
What?
it? What does that mean?
What is-
Stealing all your candy?
Where did the stealing candy come in from?
It's popcorn.
I mean popcorn. Sorry,
Wow.
I dozed off for a minute.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, so we
Well,
finally
may-
found out the Mister has a problem. And
Maybe-
it's called narcolepsy.
Maybe they replaced your candy with Brussels sprouts.
Oh, he's falling asleep right now. Anyway,
What's the magic word?
all right, so that was the things that make you go, All right, I think we got a little bit. We want to do marriage advice. Want to do that segment real quick?
Sure, if you want.
Yeah. I'm going to give it over to the Mister. He's going
right.
to take the reins here. Get it?
Oh my god. Dude, I don't know what to say.
It's only funny on a wrestling show. It's not funny on
Yeah, I don't know if it works on the other ones. Oh man, that's scary what you just said.
Thank you.
This week's family advice, and why not? The missus is already a little bit agitated at you. You might as well bring up a good story. This week's
What
story.
does that mean?
That means there may not be a segment 3 today.
Yeah.
Canceled.
When should you intervene in your teen's dating life? What are some tips?
Intervene? Like
What are some tips for approaching your teenager about who they are dating?
Now, a question before you go even into this. When we say teenager, because I've always wanted to hear this from parents, from people with children,
Yes.
what do we classify as a teenager?
I would say teenager dating. I mean, you're talking about teenager
What
in
is
general?
classified?
I would say 13 is teenager.
Okay. But teenager dating.
Dating?
Does that classify?
I would say, okay, well, that's another question.
Okay.
What's the age
For teenagers to start dating.
18.
for a teenager to start dating?
Okay.
No, it's not. Really?
Wait, what did you say?
She said 18.
Did you say
She's so full of baloney.
18?
So, now we have a 24-year-old, so it's a little bit different. But
No, but for respective, like for teenagers, so when you think when should they start dating? Do you feel that it's the best time?
So I don't feel that I can speak on this topic. The dating game has changed so much. I mean,
No,
even
because
even
it's still in your. It's still supposed to be your.
okay,
no.
decision.
So first of all, right, dating's very different today. So they have group dating, they have dating where they walk around parks and pick up Pokemon on their phone. Like it's not dating now. Yeah.
okay.
They go to Starbucks and get coffee together. I mean, it's not,
Well, what were you thinking of then when you were thinking dating?
First of all, dating is dating. If you go to Pokemon at the park, you're going to spend time with that person. You're not just going out because yes, you may go play Pokemon, but you're spending time with that person.
No, I understand.
You understand? Go ahead.
I'm saying it's different, right? Because, when it used to be, movies or the mall or hanging out at one or another's houses when you're younger, like when you're 13, 14, it was movies in the mall when I was growing up.
But I agree with him though, because it's still dating, because you're still spending time with that person.
Dating is dating. Okay, you talking about when you spend movies with people, you do think you still spend time with that person.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm talking. Now some people say today's dating is, do you want to be my boyfriend? Do you want to be my girlfriend? We're dating. And they don't spend time together. That's not dating. That's fantasy. That's kindergarten stuff that you do. What? I mean, that's...
Okay, but anyways, going back to the topic here. So this thing is about...
But my topic was, the question I asked is, when is a age, like we said, for a teenager to start dating? Okay. So if we had a teenager, what age would you say it is okay for them to date? If you're talking to somebody on Periscope, when is a good age for that person to start dating? To allow their kids to start dating is the point.
And I guess my point was, it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about going to see a movie together, you can do that at 13. If you're talking about...
about dating like by themselves. Going out, spending time by themselves. Like no parental...
you can do that at a movie.
Advisory.
I mean, you're hanging out in a movie, watching a movie. You can do that.
So you say 13?
I think you. I mean, those aren't. It's not the same as going to a fancy restaurant and disappearing for hours and having no clue where your kid's at, right? I mean, they're in a movie theater with 200 other people.
Okay, so.
But I don't think. I think if you're talking about like serious relationship dating, where all of a sudden, and this is what I'm saying is that back in the day there weren't cell phones and Skype and all of this you're not on a date but you're still connected like there is today with the technology. So I think that is probably again 18.
You say 18? All right.
Dating again is dating when you're spending time with that person away from other people. Okay, when you're doing, it doesn't matter where you go do something with somebody else. That may be a date. There's different things you can do on a date now. I mean, like you said, the phones and different things. There's so many different things you can do.
Okay.
On dating now. I mean, go to the park and watch Pokemon jump around or whatever.
So going to see a movie, that counts as a date too.
Right. Dating is a date. You go spend time with another person that's not your family. That may be dating.
So
I think spending time with people is a date. It depends. Okay. I mean, you might have a friend that is just a friend and friend date. where they just go out and do something together.
Okay, well, if it is a date for the movies, what age would you say for that? Since
going out, for dating, I wouldn't let somebody start dating until 15 at least. That means where we drop the kids off at the movie theater to go watch a movie together, or something like that. They talk about play dates now. We have nephews and nieces that go on play dates now, and they're 7 or 8.
Those aren't dates, though.
That's not a date. No, it's a play. I just said play date. But usually, I would say I wouldn't let my kids today start dating until at least 15.
But it does feel like in our culture, especially, because he just said the words play date at 7 or 8. It does feel in our culture we kind of teach our children to not start dating early, but like that word gets thrown around a lot.
Oh, people are dating. Kids are dating now when they're 11. I'm talking about going out to movies.
I didn't go on my first date till I was like 16. That's why I don't. I don't understand it because I just don't think it's right. I mean, I agree with you. I think 15,
thought you just went on a year ago.
Yeah, well, that was an adult date, but there's a difference. No, but like I don't really. I don't see the point of a teenager starting to date until at least 15, 16.
Okay.
I mean, and that's like just going to the movies and stuff like that. But again, I really can't talk. So, but
I think it. I think it's if you're hanging, and there's also where you see groups of kids going out together, and they're sort of semi-paired off within the group, but they're still a group, right? And that I think that happens whether you want it to happen or not. If they go with their friends to the movies, when they're
like going to your friends to the mall or something like that.
Back to our question: when should you intervene in your teen's dating life?
Okay,
that's one question.
Okay,
or should you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me when.
What do we mean by intervene?
Like when you start,
just intervene.
Are we saying like, hey, you can't see them anymore? Hey, your boyfriend, girlfriend's an idiot, and we're not happy about him?
Yes.
Or you're moving too fast, or whatever like that.
You need to worry about your personal growth. You need to worry about other things.
So I think when it starts to look unhealthy, if you feel the other person is not, honest or is likely to hurt them either, psychologically, emotionally, right, physically. It's hard though because kids, and even adults, you tell them, hey, don't do this, and then that can sometimes make it worse. So I think sometimes it has to be around. Not necessarily intervention of you can't see that person, but talking about, trying to help them come to that decision for themselves. Although, if you're talking about physical or psychological harm, I think you've got no choice as a parent but to try to distance your child or your teenager from that person to the extent that you can. But it's a tough thing because if you put up too much fuss, you may just drive them right into that person's life even more, more solidly.
Yeah.
I think you got to have, you got to have boundaries of the kids need space, but I think you have to be involved in everything, if you can. So the kids will come to you later on and, talk to you about girls, boys, whatever.
Okay.
And, but I mean, I think if they're, like she was saying, health, I know when they're not progressing in their life, and you're more intertwined into the girlfriend, boyfriend's time than your own. When you start doing things that you used to do all the time, you stop doing, then I think it's a red flag. Where, something might be going on where you need to intervene just a little bit and talk to them. If you're involved in your kids' time, then they'll be involved with you when they get to that time where, they start dating, or they'll come talk to you about it.
Okay.
They should anyway. What are some tips for approaching your teenager about who they are dating? I got one. Never tell them not to see them, because that's automatic. I'm going to see them anyway.
Okay.
Never corner them together. I think sometimes the
What do you mean
mom
by
and
corner?
dad going at them at the same time.
Okay.
I think that sometimes that's a bad thing.
That's good advice.
Okay. All right. Well, that's the marriage advice for this week.
Did you have anything you want to add for advice?
No, that's good advice.
All right. Well, that wraps it up for segment 2 of the Mr. and Mrs. Show. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Mr. and Mrs. Show, MrandMrsShow.com, Facebook Mr. and Mrs. Show, and Twitter at the Mr. and Mrs. Show.
Too many troubles, all these lovers got you losing control. You like a drug to me, a luxury, my sugar and gold. I want the good life every good night, you're a high one to hold. 'Cause you don't even know I can make your hands clap. Said I